Last time on Virginia Football, the building of a program.
I just wanted to see what it was like, to get into college athletics again, via coaching at this level, and coming back to a place that was special, a place that I felt like we could get that swagger back and get this program back to where it belongs.
I wanted everybody to know that if you look at Jared Green, you could depend on him. You're going to see some fire coming out of him.
Hey, Torsha, the tight end is back in the offense. I know you're happy about that.
I consider myself a teacher of life, a teacher of football, whatever it might be. I'm a teacher. And whatever I do as far as the teaching process is very detailed. You know what your nickname is? And I said, no, what is it? They call me the Sarge. And what I told these guys is that I'm not a sergeant. What you need to understand, I'm the general.
It's going to be beneficial to not only to Virginia, but it'll be in conjunction with Old Dominion. We want to be reinvested in their community down there, that particular area.
You're going to get a big day out of me.
Tight ends coach Scott Wachenheim was introduced to college football as a freshman at the Air Force Academy in 1980. After serving in the Air Force, Wachenheim's coaching career took him to Arkansas, Colorado, Utah State, and Rice before joining Danny Rocco's staff as the offensive coordinator at Liberty. Last season, Wachenheim was the tight ends coach for the Washington Redskins.
Pay attention so you know the plays here, men. Pay attention.
Scott Wachenheim hired him from Danny Rocco's old staff. Scott came from the Washington Redskins as a tight end coach, knew of him, did a great job with Liberty's offense as the offensive coordinator. And when you have a guy and you particularly getting the tight ends back in the fold, he can go out and recruit young men that are tight ends and say, listen, I coached in the league and I coached one of the best in Chris Cooley. So I think Scott's going to bring our tight end position back.
I made the jump from college to the pros because first of all, I always wanted to know what it was to coach or play in the pros. I had a dream to play in the pros, but if you look at me, I was an offensive lineman. There was no way I was doing that. So the opportunity came to coach at the highest level in our profession and coach the elite athletes, work for a man like Jim Zorn. I just couldn't pass up a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And it was a very enjoyable moment, even though our record was not what we wanted it to be. Coaching Chris Cooley was just, I can say, awesome. I think I helped him a little bit in his blocking part of things in the run game and passing game, and he would comment on that. I think where he helped me is understanding how to teach route running and what he actually saw and how he adjusted to do that and how he adjusted his routes based on what he saw. So it was a great relationship, a lot of give and take and a lot of fun and never a dull moment.
But what's really great about Coach Wachenheim is he's not just that strict guy that's going to yell at you and drill you. He's going to be that guy that sit down and teach you how, what did you do wrong? Not you did something wrong, fix it. It's, you did something wrong, this is why it's wrong, this is how we're going to fix it. Now that you know, don't screw up again.
Coach Price, I think, nicknamed this tight end U, and we're looking for Heath Miller, Chris Cooley, Fred Davis, John Stupard, all those guys. Those guys have set the tone and what we're looking for tight ends here in the tradition, and we carry that in our room. In our meeting room, we know who those guys are. There's a tradition of excellence. There's a lot expected from this room, and we want to carry the torch and carry the banner and keep it up and make those guys proud of us.
Tight ends Joe Torsha and Colt Phillips combined to catch just 20 passes a year ago. The position will once again be an important component of the running and passing game in 2010.
There you go. Nice job, Colt. Nice job.
Colt learned a lot this spring, and I think he gained more and more confidence, and that's what I wanted to see out of Colt. He has a lot of ability. Again, he can block, he can run routes, and he can catch the football, and he just needs to believe in himself and keep playing fast and hard. And
it's going to be Sewell dumping it off. Torsha makes the catch in the flat. He's wide open, and he moves ahead.
I expect a lot from Joe. I think he can be a mismatch player for us. I think he can block the point of attack. I think he can run good pass routes, and he has great hands.
Tight end Joe Torsha came to Virginia in 2006. He was a Super Prep All-American as a high school senior, and he expected to be the next great UVA tight end.
Virginia's known as tight end U. I mean, you have Heath Miller, Steelers, Tom Santee is Colts, John Stupar is with the Bills, John Phillips is with the Cowboys. So I mean, that's 4 of the last 4 scholarship tight ends that have come out of here, have gone to the league, and it's exciting to see the amount of coaching and passion that people bring to the position here.
Torsha's career hasn't gone as planned. After a redshirt freshman year, the New York native found himself behind Santee and Phillips. 2009 was to be Torsha's breakout year, but a right shoulder injury slowed him in training camp, and Virginia's switch to the spread offense didn't feature the tight end.
They brought Coach Brandon in, and he brought the spread, and everybody was excited about the spread offense and put more points up on the board. Receivers and running backs, they're all excited. As a tight end aspect, kind of see yourself being phased out. And
Torsha's season took yet another unfortunate turn on a rainy night in College Park.
I dove for a ball. I felt my left one go. I was like, oh no. So the next day, we went to get MRIs and whatnot, and they looked at it and they said, well, you're done for the season. Came back in the next day, they announced to the team. Everybody was like, oh, that's terrible. That night, I went and got a CT scan, CAT scan of my shoulder, and the next day it turns out, hey, you're not out for the season. You can still play. It revealed that the injuries were still pretty extensive on my left, but it was years of beating them up. I played through the season with them.
After the season, Torsha had surgery to repair both shoulders. Participating in spring practice under the new coaching staff was not an option.
It's difficult. You want to be competing, and you want to be out there learning this new offense, and you want to be a part of this new staff coming in and changing the perception of UVA football. You want to be a part of that. And it's tough, being there and sitting on the sidelines, and you're right there. You're on the sidelines. Stuff's happening right in front of you. You're in the meetings, you're learning the offense, you're learning you're meeting the coaches, and you're building this rapport, but you just can't step on the field. And it's like that invisible barrier that's right there, and it just won't let you get on the field, and it's frustrating.
One of the things I did is I sat down with Joe and I said, look, Joe, I've watched you on tape. You're a returning starter. Don't feel the pressure. You got 30 practices in the fall to get ready before you play the first game. You'll be able to show us everything you need to do. Just be a leader out there. Just be into it. Be another coach on the field.
That frustration has kind of helped to fuel my passion to work hard and get back onto the field. I want to be out there. I want to be with my brothers in the field. I want to be out there hitting. I want to be getting better. And not being able to, it pushes you, it makes you want it more.
A play stood out to me. It was a great play. It was, first of all, a bad play on offense. We threw an interception. But it was also a great play on offense because the guy was returning it for a touchdown, and we ran him down and tackled him at the 1-yard line and knocked the ball out. And the more exciting thing than that was Joe Torsha was running down high-fiving the guy that just made the tackle.
2010 is a big year for Torsha and his classmates. The group is yet to win a season-opening game, and Torsha knows he has to have a big year if he hopes to have a shot at joining the last 4 Virginia tight ends in the NFL.
I recognize that this is an important year on a personal level. If I work hard, it's going to force the next person to work harder. To be able to bring individual efforts together as a whole, that's just going to make us successful. We have 12 games. That's it. 12 games left of our college career to make an impact, and that's all we have.
When I discovered that I had gotten accepted to the University of Virginia, I was speechless, but I didn't know how I could afford it. Access UVA is a financial aid program that allows hardworking students to come here despite their economic background. Thanks to Access UVA, not only have I been able to attend, but my sister as well, and that really means a lot to me.
Man, a couple things about what we do today. We're running the power out in the field and on the goal line. Pad under pad, move them. Okay, do the technique like you're supposed to. We expect to see people moved off the line today. We are coming off the ball, man. Okay, it's about attitude, and it's about developing what kind of team are we going to be.
What kind of team? To be or not to be? That was the question facing Virginia in the second week of spring football, as several versatile players were tried at new roster spots. Receiver Quentin Hunter hoped to catch on at quarterback.
Quentin is probably a multi-purpose athlete right now, and I think the quarterback position is one he wants to try out. We'll see if he can handle that, and if he can, he'll stay there. If not, then we'll put him in a position where he can help us.
You see a blocker blocking for you, you can set up with the defense guy. You can make him do what you want him to do by head faking one way and going the opposite way. Pass rush, you got pressure, scramble, scramble, scramble. He scramble, 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 scramble. Other way, Quentin! Don't fake this way and go to the side, he can escape. If his head's already outside, fake this way so the blocker can block him this way, and you go the opposite way.
Let's go 3, be on time. Right on the chin, gotta hit the spot.
Another player in new territory was Terrence Fells Danzer. One of the top high school linebackers in America, became one of the top team players at Virginia when number 34 saw a hole at fullback and offered to fill it.
Around the time when Coach London got hired here, he said specifically he needed a fullback. So I brought it to Coach London's attention. He said it's a great career move, and it would be the best way for me to contribute to the team's success.
Good decision, good throw. We can run with that kind of throw. In this offense, we catch and run, that's the way. Hit it on the move. We hit it on the move in this offense.
While number 34 moved to offense, number 26, Leroy Reynolds, filled Fells Danzer's vacancy in the linebacker corps by moving from safety.
Coach came to me and said, we need faster linebackers, so we're gonna move you down, try to pick up the speed, pick up the tempo of the game, and hopefully you can contribute.
It's a critical change as the Cavaliers crave speed in their new 4-3 defense.
Come on, downhill! Oh, there you go, Ron! That's the way to take it, Ron! That's the way to go, good job!
You're in great position right there, right?
Virginia's offense was licking their wounds after misfiring at the start of spring ball. 1 week later, they were licking their chops at the opportunity to redeem themselves. They would not go home hungry as the passing game preyed on the secondary.
But we're getting it, man, we're getting it.
With the secondary back on their heels, the Cavaliers turned to their defensive leader, All-ACC cornerback Razai Dowling. But even number 19 seemed frustrated finding his footing.
Run! Run! Come on! Run! Don't quit on it!
Razai, hey, if you quit on it, we can't get anybody to do it. You understand? You're leading us out here. Let's go.
Here's a chance to knock him back now. Knock him back, oh! Hey, buckle up for safety now, buckle up!
Spring football is a time to ask, who are we? For a unit looking to establish their identity as a balanced offense, Virginia's running game took their first steady steps.
Finish in the end zone, finish in the end zone.
We started off real good and went right straight downhill. Our leaders cannot be disappointed on a play. All right, some guy beats somebody in a play, finish the play. All right, now let's just see if we can button our chin straps and hitch our belts and play ball. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Number 19 would set the example.
Go
ahead! That's it! Sparrow! Let it, baby!
Offense, much better. Much better. Defensively, kind of caught us on our heels a little bit, then you guys came back. Like I know you can, all right?
Okay, that was their day. They got the upper hand today. We got to fight back.
Hey, Saturday showtime, baby. Let's go. Playmakers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Playmakers!
The 757 area code stretches from Williamsburg to Virginia Beach. A road trip to Old Dominion University for an inter-squad scrimmage is an opportunity to gain exposure in this recruiting hotbed. Several Cavaliers, including Razai Dowling and Leroy Reynolds, playing in the 757 is a homecoming of sorts.
Love the way you play. Thank you, sir. Appreciate y'all coming down.
Feel right at home. You know, because I am home.
An inter-squad scrimmage is teammate versus teammate, brother against brother. The drive to be the toughest in the family is intense. With the change from 3 down linemen to 4, number 96 Nick Jenkins shifts from nose tackle to defensive tackle. One thing Jenkins won't shift is gears. His engine is always in overdrive.
Get to the ball, Cam. There's a hole in his chest.
Missile, key right, 564 F alley drag on 1. Ready?
Red 80. Red 80 hot.
Quarterback Mark Verica began spring ball as the front runner. As the signal callers attempt to separate themselves, number 6 tightens his hold on the starting position.
Red 80 hot.
Number 15, Quentin Hunter, holds his fate in his hands, but sees his quarterback aspirations slip away. In a scrimmage where both sides of the ball make a statement, it's the offense who has the final say, with a play that's poetry in motion.
We got to find out who our playmakers are, all right? Let's keep working hard here, all right? Hey, we're going to be a good team. We just got to keep taking the steps to make us better. Keep taking the steps to make us better.
I'm a caretaker and I'm a servant because I serve the student athletes in which I'm in charge of and the coaches and their families. I'm a caretaker of this university's reputation in the academic and athletic arenas. But I want everyone to know that I can't do this by myself. I need the help of the fans, the students. I need the help of the community, the administration, coaches, and players. I need the help of everyone.
Virginia's football players are very familiar with the Cavaliers' facilities, highlighted by Scott Stadium.
People here at UVA, they do a great job of providing everything and anything we need to be successful.
Scott Stadium's a tremendous place, a beautiful place to play a football game.
You look at the stadium itself, just, when it's full, it's exciting. That grass area is decked out with fans and students and people wearing orange with the afros and all that stuff like that. I mean, it's tremendous. The playing surface, has been recognized as one of the best playing surfaces in college football. It's a great venue to play in, and we're excited about, getting people back and getting them there again and filling that place up and providing another 12th man advantage.
While Scott Stadium is the public's window into Virginia football, much of the behind-the-scenes work takes place down the road at the McHugh Center.
John Oliver and Jerry Capone and we got together. We said, look, we wanted to try to make this a facility that the players and people that come and visit us could be really proud about. You look around, you see former players' pictures, the great players that have played in the past, even players that just played not too long ago. The mindset of trying to create a mental picture about what we want to accomplish here.
The McHugh Center houses locker rooms for Virginia's players. The football weight room, athletic training facilities, and an academic center.
The staff here does a great job of, providing us with clean and efficient places to change, to train, to study, to, whatever you need.
The guys are spoiled because you look at the plasmas and Wii Fit, the PlayStation 3, some computer stations there, creating a place that when the guys come over, kind of a lounge type atmosphere, they can just, sit back and just cool their jets, so to speak. Go down to our weight room. It's a weight room that all of them can look the same or bigger or whatever, but they're down there, all it is iron. All Brandon Horgan does down there is we throw iron around all over the place. We attack the bar like we want to attack one of our opponents. So the mindset has changed a little bit about how we're going to do things, down in the weight room. You go down to the training room, you go in there and you see all the different modalities that they have for guys to get back. Underground pool, ice tub, cold tub. Just all those things that to help facilitate the players getting back to where they need to be. You go over to the JPJ, which is right across the street, and you go and, where our guys eat during the season, the training table. It's, I tell you what, it's got to be one of the best facilities in the country to go have a meal, enjoy the, the atmosphere in the venue that's there.
You walk in and you expect it to be a regular dining hall. No, you have healthy food. You have grilled chicken, you have vegetables, you have, flank steak, you have pasta, you have potatoes. Not only that, you walk in, you have nice carpet floors, you got flat screens all across the top. It serves a purpose of your nutrition, but UVA is kind of going above and beyond what you would expect at a dining hall. You walk in and it's, wow, this is great.
Facility-wise, we've got everything we need. We've got a tremendous stadium, we've got a great basketball arena, we've got a great weight room, great practice facilities. Everything we have here can compare to anybody else in the country.
Mike Faragalli is one of 3 coaches that came with Mike London from the University of Richmond.
He was the offensive coordinator, been a coordinator several places, great teacher, comes from a long line of family coaches. Bringing him on board and coming with me to Virginia was a must. He was one of the first guys I asked.
If Mike London would have called me up and said, I've taken a job at Timbuktu, or at Slippery Rock, or at Rhode Island, or wherever, do you want to go? I'd have went. It didn't matter where it was. It didn't matter how much money was involved. The only thing that mattered was that he asked, and my wife says, do what you want to do.
Faragalli's been an offensive coordinator for 25 years in college and professional football. At Virginia, he's the running backs coach.
I'm enjoying working with Coach Laser and the staff that we have. I have learned a lot of new ideas, which, when you do the same thing for 25 years, which basically I've done for 25 years, same terminology, same system, same this, same that. You obviously tweak things back and forth and change and improve and improvise as you go, but still it's the same core principles. It's been a breath of fresh air in that regard. My philosophy is to be a championship team. If you get the ball at the 3 or the 4 yard line, you need to be able to run it to the end zone. Or if you get a 3rd and 1 or a 4th and 1, you have to be able to run it to move the chains and keep things going. So just a mindset of being unstoppable in those situations that determine championships is what we got to get to.
Virginia's top returning tailback is Dominique Wallace, who gained 73 yards before a foot injury sidelined him for the season in UVA's 3rd game, and he had to sit out all of spring practice.
We had 4 guys competing through spring. We had an injured player who didn't practice at all this spring, but was very highly touted and very well thought of last year as a freshman and played some. So I think we have 5, not counting the incoming freshmen who are also highly touted. Bottom line is the 1 or 2 or probably 3 at the most guys that are in there at some point in time, they're going to, when you add it together, it's going to be a top level yardage rusher at that position, one way or the other.
Rising sophomore Perry Jones came out of spring practice as the first-team tailback.
If you had to just point out one guy in a positive light, I think Perry Jones was really impressive from the standpoint of being able to do everything. Excellent receiver, very physical runner, good speed and change of direction. But more importantly, he has a great work ethic, has a lot of character, and he always gives his best, always. and there's never a down day. I mean, and he's always got a smile on his face, and he works really, really hard in everything.
Next on Virginia football, the building of a program. The recruiting season never ends.
Our strength right now, I think, is in our people, the type of coaches and people that are around right now, and that I would stack our staff up against any staff in the country.
Secondary coach Chip West brings his 757 connections to Charlottesville.
I love it at home, and I think it's great football there, and it's an honor to be able to have coaches help me.
The Cavaliers have to show improvement in week 3 of spring practice. And 4 familiar faces join the coaching staff.
Things I love the game, I love football, I love being here at the university, so it's pretty much the perfect fit for me.
You're breaking down games, you're doing scouting reports, and usually you're going to about 11:30, 12 every night.